I see you looking, Jada, with your looking ass. I had to put some clothes on because Jada be watching me, y'all. He be looking at me. He be watching me real close. What's up, babies? How y'all doing? Hey, Jada, what's up? Misha, how y'all doing? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope everyone had a great start to their week. Hope everyone is blessed and just, what I'm saying, feeling their goodness and graciousness was not and just, what I'm saying, being humbled by what's going on in this world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things is humbling in this world. Y'all saw the title. Some of y'all's faves may have to change their content. You know what I'm saying? We all know today was the verdict between the Tasha K and the Cardi B situation. And we all have heard that Tasha K has been found guilty on all accounts. Tasha K has been found guilty on all accounts. What did I say a while ago? What's up, Shar Jackson, baby? How you doing? Shar Johnson. I apologize. How you doing, sweetheart? I said a long time ago when her first got into the courts. I said that this verdict, this court case, is going to set a new precedent to what is allowed and not allowed. Just like when Tom Cruise sued the National Enquirer, this is something very the same aspect. But this doesn't affect these uber super celebrities. These is going to start affecting meanly regular schmegular old YouTubers who think they can just go around saying whatever they want to say about whoever they want to say it to and call it roasting and gagging and saying the excuse, this is what we do. No, this is not what we do. You are responsible for what comes out your mouth. You are responsible for what stories you put out there. You are responsible for maintaining the integrity of the words that you choose to use. And everyone wants to scream, well, they violated someone's free speech. I have the right to say this because I have free speech. Maybe speech ain't free. As soon, Tasha K is going to have to find out. You're going to have to learn real quick and real hard, expeditiously what to say and how to say certain things. You can't go around insulting people, defaming people, and think that someone's not going to hold you liable for your actions, regardless if you have 1 million subscribers or if you have 20,000 subscribers. You have to be very mindful about what you put out about people because you don't know how what you said, especially when it's not true and can be proven to be false. And can be proven that you have a habit of doing this, that someone's not going to come after you financially to have you pay for it, and they don't care your situation or your condition. All they know is that, like I heard someone say, they don't care, they don't mind if they have to get $50 a month out of your account, and if that puts you under, as long as you understand and get the lesson. You can't go around defaming people. You can't go around saying what you want to say and disguise it as a roast and a gag and say, oh, this is what we do. Y'all going to learn the cost of being all quick with your mouth and quick with your words and all loose with your words. It's going to take more than just Tasha K for y'all to understand. It's going to have to affect you, some of you on here who uses these vile, vindictive, nasty words that are untrue. See, now you can be vile and vindictive with someone who's not with their own story, especially if they put it out there. But it's a whole other thing when you use vile, vindictive, malicious language that is not true. That's the difference. When you're saying things that are not true and defaming someone with known lies that you know that are lies, you don't know what people will do to get back at you. How long it would take of them collecting information about you, collecting words about you, that you have videos about you, of you saying all these things. Not only to them, but to other people. You have to be very mindful of that, of how you present yourself on here. Y'all keep saying keep it on social media, keep it on YouTube, keep it on virtual reality. But when people tell you to leave them alone or to stop doing what you're doing, and you think it's your right to continue to go further and to keep on making money off of someone else's back, or keep on making money off of someone else's, you disparage someone else, You're going to get taught a real harsh lesson. You're going to get taught a very harsh lesson of what not to do and why you need to control yourself and have some type of emotional intelligence. Being street smart is cool. Being able to read, roast, and gag, that's cute. But can your mouth back up what your ass did? Or can your ass sign the check that your mouth has written? You can't keep on walking around these streets thinking that you can do and say whatever you want to do and say, regardless of how vicious and vile it is. But once you cross the line and start spreading lies and vindictive, malicious, known lies about people, you put yourself in a position to be held liable. You see the arrogance that Tasha K had on the stand? She knew it was lies, what she was spreading. She knew what she was saying was untrue. And she kept on doing it because she was making money off of it. And if Cardi B wanted her to take it down, Cardi B had to pay her. And she didn't care about what damage it caused Cardi B because Cardi B had enough money to pay for therapy. What's up, Surfing Bay? How you doing? I see you looking at what you're looking as. See, people don't understand. There is more than one way to skin a cat. There is more than one way to skin a cat. And I told y'all don't know how I'm going to show up. I could show up very intellectually. I could show up very maliciously. I could show up very street smart. We all can if you know what you're doing. If you know how to present yourself, if you have emotional intelligence to where you can present yourself in a multitude of different ways. Tasha thought she was smart and she was cute because she had a million people supporting her. Over a million people looking at her videos, having all these large numbers. She thought she was doing something. She thought she was on top of the world. Now, even though she may keep her channel, she may keep some of the subscribers and things of that nature and more traffic to her channel, is she really working for herself? Or is she going to be working to pay back that at least $1 million that she got to pay Cardi B? And that's just Cardi B's lawyer fees. Imagine the damages for emotional stress and duress that she caused Cardi B by wanting to break a story, pop a story, and not be woman enough, human enough to back down. Sometimes you need to learn how to walk away. You see where it could go. You see how it could turn out. And you make the conscious decision to just walk away. It costs you nothing to walk away. But it possibly can cost Tasha K everything by staying, and fighting against someone who's not fighting against them. See, we have this thing of this salaciousness that we want to attract and attribute things to. We have this thing, this salaciousness that we want people to know we ain't no punk. We ain't this, we ain't that. But when you have nothing to lose, you're willing to have people lose everything. But in Tasha K's case, she had a great deal to lose. She had 2 small children, a household, a company, employees that she is now responsible for. What's up, Tam, baby? How you doing? Exactly. Thinking that that's going to get them somewhere. Ambition is one thing. Being a go-getter, being motivated, being a hard worker, being, tenacious. All those things are good qualities we look for in leaders and business people and things of that nature. Entrepreneurs. We want you to be a go-getter. We want you to be tenacious. We want you to be hardworking. We want you to be driven. But when you start adding ego, maliciousness, slander, defamation, all these other things into account, it becomes, what's up, Life Journey, baby? How you doing? It becomes something totally different. It takes on a whole new character. It takes on a whole new characteristic of personalities that people don't like, that people don't want to be around. You choose to present your worst self in order for you to gain notoriety or popularity or whatever the case may be. But we see it all the time. Just as quick as you get the fame and the fortune, you lose it because you lose focus on what is important. And when you don't have the backing that you think you do, or the team that you think you have, it just shows. From your lawyer to your spouse when you're doing things that is not ethically correct and y'all not equally yoked. Because, sorry you guys, I have a little cocktail I'm drinking on. Even the fact that your husband or your significant other is not willing to lie for you. Very true, Tam, baby. It definitely is a destructive personality trait. And people don't understand that it's not always about who gets there first, but who can maintain once they get there. Because Tasha just not too long ago crossed the 1 million subscriber mark, right? Like what, a couple of months ago she crossed that mark? Now look what happened. You got found guilty on all accounts. And y'all don't believe me, but mark these words. I've said it before. Y'all know my ESPN works. My ESPN works. A lot of your favorites is going to have to start changing up their content or delivering their messages in a different way. Because even by saying allegedly, you're still putting out a story that you know could possibly be false, but you're going to keep on doing it to be more salacious and thinking that allegedly saves you. It doesn't. Do you believe the story was true? Yes or no? Or was it something you heard? Okay. Then if you didn't know it was true or not, and you couldn't verify it is true, why would you keep saying it? Why would you keep putting it out there? Why would you keep repeating something that you didn't know was correct or true? Hey, Marie, baby, how you doing? Welcome, sweetheart. Oh, no problem, baby. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Tam. Exactly. So you put all those people at risk as well for a federal case. Because what makes this a federal case is the fact that you are talking about someone in a different state and making money off of defaming them. You can't talk about people knowing that what you're saying is false, but it gives you some clicks and views and give you a couple laughs, thinking that it's okay. Because sooner or later, you're going to run into someone like a Cardi B. And that Cardi B is going to take everything you have. See, Tasha should have been worried about those new babies she has. This lifestyle that she has become accustomed to. Exactly. From the fact that they were contradicting each other on the stand, the question is who's lying? Do you have multiple businesses? Or do you just have the one company? But are these multiple businesses under the umbrella of that one company? You know what I'm saying? Because you can have, Russell Simmons brand of clothing. What's it called? Russell? You can have that. But under that company, there's a lot of other sub-companies under that, including Fat Farm, Baby Fat, you know what I'm saying? All those companies like that. So what is the structure of this business that you say you have? And what do you consider these various different companies? What's up, crazy baby? Yep, y'all right about that. See, and that also opens up a lot of that as well. It also opens a lot of that as well. Oh shit, Cardi B won against Tasha K. Let me see what I can do because she defamed me as well. And now that she's found guilty of all charges, in that case, let me see what I can do over here to see, say if I can get a little bit of piece of that pie. Think about all the people on here that has defamed people, have talked mess about people. They think that it was okay because it was a roast and a gag and it was funny for the moment. Is that roast and a gag for the moment going to cost you for the rest of your life? Having you paying someone else? You should have better lawyers as well. But Tasha K also wasn't prepped properly. Tasha K was also arrogant. What's up? We did it, Joe. How you doing, babe? Oh, it's the beginning of Tasha K lawsuits, and this right here, this one lawsuit that Cardi B won sets precedent for how we need to start conducting ourselves. So y'all think that coming on here this call because it's called the beef sector, y'all go around spreading lies on people, talking mess about people, knowingly saying stuff that is not true? Okay, keep it up. Watch how you present yourself. Watch what you say, because not everything that is funny or that you hear needs to be repeated and needs to be said. Now it's different if you're repeating what someone else has told out of their mouth. That's totally different. But when you're just going around making up stuff and continuously doing that, defaming people, possibly costing people their reputation. Imagine all these pull-ups people doing, all these job calling that people doing that cost people jobs. All that rolls into this, defaming someone's character. You did this to me. You called my job. You called the police on XYZ person for no reason whatsoever, because you're mad and upset because you tried something, it didn't work. You said something didn't work, and the person said it back to you harsher, better, faster, and quicker. And now you want to call the police. You want to call my job. You want to call my home and get me evicted, fired, and locked up. Baby, you defaming my character. That's a lawsuit. You will be held liable for that. You can lie and say it was out of concern. It was job inquiry. It was a home inquiry. Was not. It's not that. It was you being messy and you did something illegal on social media. You're absolutely right. Sam, they'll be combing through those business with a fine-tooth comb, making sure that all the I's was dotted, all the T's was crossed. I'm just saying, everyone wants to be smart. Everyone wants to be a lawyer. Everyone wants to be, you know what I'm saying, YouTube educated, until you get an education from YouTube by the court system. And it's not even about, oh, well, she gonna lose her channel, she gonna lose the other. That's the least her worries. You lose your channel, you lose your source of revenue when you owe millions of dollars. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? How you doing? You lose your channel while you're still owing millions of dollars. So you lose, not only do you lose your channel, you lose your house, you lose your livelihood. You got to file, you're saying, bankruptcy. It depends on what the reason of your bankruptcy is. You may not be able to file, and you may have to pay some things back. Depends on if you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 or Chapter 11. Just because you file bankruptcy don't mean that you automatically is free of all debts. Some debts you can't be free of, no matter what you file. But all of a sudden, everyone wants to be a reporter. Everyone wants to be a news outlet. Everyone wants to give the tea. Until you want to run up against someone like Cardi B, where she's tired of being, you know what I'm saying, picked on, poked at. How many times have I said stop poking at people? Because when they start poking you back, you may not like how they poke at you. Everyone wants to say this is all fun and games. This is all a kiki. How many times have I told you not everyone plays the game the same? Your fun and games may be, oh, let me talk a little bit mess about you. Where Cardi B's game was, okay, I'm going to take you for some cash. And you're going to pay all of my damages, all of my legal fees, including your own legal fees. See, people don't understand, when you lose a case like that, not only do you have to pay the court costs and legal fees of the plaintiff, you also got to pay your own as a defendant. Good lawyer, bad lawyer, incompetent lawyer. And when you think that you know more than the person that you hired to do your job, there's a problem. You know, I talked to my lawyer today about some things. It was very clear. I'm paying you a retainer for a service. I am not going to sit here and play with you about it. If I have a question, I expect you to be there for me to answer it if I'm paying you this retainer every month. See, everyone's not playing these little stupid games that everyone wants to play. Like I said, some of us has the means and opportunities to get things done that we want done. And you having hurt feelings because someone said something about you doesn't negate the fact that you may have possibly did or said something wrong that held you liable. That could possibly be a case for defamation. I'm just saying, be mindful. And this Tasha K thing sets precedent for other online entities to be touched. You know what I'm saying? Set a precedent for other online entities to be held liable, to be held, responsible for what they say and what they've done. Oh, it's just social media. Yeah. Social media is the number one place where people advertise nowadays. Social media is where jobs look you up to find out what's going on with you. Social media is where a lot of people do their background checks to see who you are, what you're about, what you do, and are you a right fit for their brand or for their company. And if something is disparaging about you on social media, it costs you. It costs you, which means someone trying to read, roast, and gag and tell lies on you could possibly cost you and your brand, possibly cost you a job. I'm just saying, be very mindful about what you put out here or what's not, and what you say. That's why I'm very careful about what I put out here. And that's why I always make sure that I put myself in the place of, not trying to exclude myself from doing what I do on here. I have said some vile things. Yes, I have. But they've all been true. I've never said a vile thing to someone that is not true. And no one can point out anywhere where I said that, whatever. If I said you shitted your pants on a megabus, it's because you said that. If I called you ex-meth head who lost your teeth in your early 30s, it's because you told the story. If I say you have bad blood, you told us you have bad blood. It may not be nice, but it's true. I don't say stuff that is not true. I don't go around telling lies on people because I think it's funny and cute. I just go by what you put on here, what I know about you based on what you say to put on here, and use that against you. And like I said, my truth is always better than a lie. At least for me it is. It's funnier. It's more entertaining. I'm just saying. But you go around lying on people? Calling police on people was not? Talking shit about people? Be very mindful. Yep. Yes, there was time. There was several cease and desist, you know what I'm saying, sent to her. And she said she'd wipe her ass with her. Marie, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Oh yeah, life, baby. There's a lot of laws being broken. People think that they're getting away with it because no one has said anything about it yet. Exactly. And funny thing about it is, I was watching Conscious a couple days ago. I was watching Conscious a couple days ago. People don't realize that herpes. There's different types of herpes out there, whatever. And if you have a cold sore on your mouth, on your tongue, and on your mouth, what's not, that on your finger, even a wart is considered herpes. If you have a wart on your fingers, that's considered herpes. I think simplex 1 or simplex 2 or simplex 3, one of those simplexes, is still considered herpes. The fact that Tasha led people to believe that Carly had vaginal herpes is the problem. She at one point was talking about herpes was not as far as she saw a cold sore. Well, that is a case of that is a, a form of herpes, yeah. But when you make people believe something that is not true, and then keep on with the story, and when they ask you to stop, you continue to go forward and go on. What do I say, y'all? When someone asks you to stop, please stop. Don't stop when you get tired, but stop when they ask. I told y'all my ESPN be on point. I mean, I know why I'm saying something was not, but sooner or later it will be revealed. Asking someone to stop online, you giving them access, especially when they respond back to you asking them to stop. When you're asking them to stop and your response is that's how, or you walk away from somebody was not, and you're thinking, oh, that's how I got you up off me, or I wipe your ass with it. That's your acknowledgement that you heard them. You recognize that, you know what I'm saying, they left you alone. So why you continue to go forward with it? Why are you trying to push the envelope further than it has to be? I'm just saying, be mindful. I just opened up a new account today. Keep my little coins in the bank. Diversify my funds. You know what I'm saying? Don't have everything all in one place. Oh yeah, I heard Bigo was off the mess, was off the chain, which was ridiculous. That's why I always ask, what is it that you willing to sell your soul for this little bit of popularity, for this little bit of inclusion? Now you're part of the cool kids, you're part of the thousand in a check club. Who cares about all that when it costs you something? You know, it seems it's worse. Exactly. This opens up a whole bag of worms that you don't have. And even if they are doing it, the fact that you got to keep on hiring lawyers to handle these court cases is going to cost our money. It's going to eat up our revenue when it didn't have to. All because somebody else is going to be like, they're prove a point. Then all these other larger YouTubers out here who does celebrity gossip and stuff. I understand you're saying you hear a story, but at the same time, you can't be going around telling lies. You can't be going around telling lies. It just is what it is. Tam. Right. See, it's one thing saying, oh, I saw this, I saw that once not, but you don't know what's going on. Like you can say, oh, yeah, I saw a cold sore, and cold sores are a sign of, you know what I'm saying, XYZ. That's one thing. And then once you put that out there, that disclaimer, then you could possibly, I'm not for sure though, but you can possibly say allegedly, I've heard da da da. And if someone slept, just like the whole Usher thing, everyone screaming Usher had you know what I'm saying, herpes allegedly. That's what everyone was saying. I didn't say it, but everyone else was saying he had herpes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But even when people say, "Oh, he gave me," something, it was not. That wasn't something that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And when you say it to the point to where someone says that it affected them personally and emotionally, emotional distress, and she had a therapist saying it caused her some pain, and she had to go see a therapist because of the situation, and she's on the stand crying and boo-hooing, baby, there's a lot going on. Ex- Maria, exactly. That's why I was asking you. People are so happy that they got 1,000 in the chat. Maybe you got 1,000 in the bank is the question. Do you have 6 months to a year saved in your accounts to where something goes wrong, you can draw on? Or are you going to come online and beg and plead and saying ask people to support you? And now even now with the whole thing with cash apps was not they're taking taxes out of that. So what are you going to do? I'm just saying. Exactly. Life not only receipts, you got to have the person who you gave that herpes to on there as well. You know. Hey, Missy, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Welcome. Exactly. You have all these millions now. Y'all, you have over 1 million subscribers now. Congratulations to that, baby. Now, how many millions you gonna have to pay Cardi? Because like Cardi said on the stand, she's an actress now. What actor want to sleep with somebody or have a love scene with somebody or kiss someone who is out there with herpes? Because y'all know what happened with Janet Jackson and Tupac, right? She made him take all kind of STD tests before she did the love scene with him or kissed him on Poetic Justice. That's why they didn't get along because he was offended by that. He was offended for the fact that she wanted him to take all kind of STD tests to make sure that he was clean before she did a love scene with him. Now, imagine there's dozens of stories out there about Cardi B with herpes. All an actor have to do is hit Cardi B and herpes, and all these stories come up. They don't want to, especially if it's a big time actor, they don't want to do that with Cardi B. You won't see Will Smith trying to do his love scene with Cardi B. You won't see Denzel Washington trying to do a love scene with Cardi B. You won't see, what I'm saying, Wesley Snipes trying to do a big scene with Cardi B. You won't see Jordan. I mean, what's his name? Jordan. What's his name? Michael B. Jordan wanted to do a love scene with Cardi B. After looking up whether or not she possibly had herpes or was accused of having herpes, was not. So if she's trying to take her acting career to a different level, yes, that's caused her damage. Mm-hmm. Just sad. It's just sad. People don't understand it. Like you just can't go around saying what you want to say because you're mad or you want to embarrass somebody. You know, you're right, Lily. More money because more problems. I watched more than just. I think it was last week. I watched it. Just like my damn mama. Get it, Janet. Get it, Janet. Get her Regina King. Get her Regina King. Ooh, drink some more of this. Drink some more. Drink it down. Drink it to the middle. Drink it to the middle. Regina King was a mess in that movie. Loved it. I love me some Regina King, baby. And and rest in peace to her son, who committed suicide. Rest in peace, Regina King's son. Mm-mm-mm. Sad. People are dying left and right. But yeah, just like my damn mama. Mm-hmm. That what Janet said. That what she said. Yeah, she was definitely trying to extort her. She was definitely trying to extort her. She was just definitely trying to extort her. I'll take it down if you pay me. And she admits that in court. Like you, after admitting that in court, you think that, you know what I'm saying, that's not going to get you a guilty verdict? You admit that you said you would take it down Well, they see you on video saying, saying you'll take it down if she gives you some money, if she pays you. But then you will still find a way to use it to make money off of it. Like, I know I got a big ego. I know that my ego gets in the way sometimes, but damn, I know how to chill. I know how to push the pause on my ego and walk the fuck away. Oh, Tam, you don't said a word then. You don't said a word in a mouthful then, baby. Your name is everything. People are tarnishing themselves for peanuts, and they don't get it. They don't get it. But Marie, none of them, none of them think that. All these people who do this vow stuff on here, none of them think that they can possibly have a possibility of being taken to court. None of them think that they can be, saying, taken to court and found guilty. Because it's just words on the internet. No, it's not just words on the internet. What's up, Diving Baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome. You know what I'm saying? It's not just words. It's definitely more than just words. It's definitely, slander. It's definitely defamation. You can't do that, and you will be held liable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to even have the Cardi B type of lawyers with that. You can just have a regular lawyer who is diligent on the case. You know? But this court case sets a precedent. It really does. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, a lot of people aren't really going to get it until they actually get it. This court case that Cardi B just won sets precedent. It's going to change. Well, it's going to change, not probably tomorrow or today, but in the future, it's going to change the way a lot of things get said and done. And this is going to be one of the major court cases that is going to change what is held liable and what people are going to be held liable for online. It's also going to change the whole bullying act. Well, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. All these children who are bullied online, you know what I'm saying? That kills themselves, that harms themselves. Before, they really wasn't being taken responsible. They really weren't being taken, no responsibility for that. Now people can point to this case where a YouTuber was harassing and defaming a celebrity. It had to be made to pay for it. Some type of restitution. So imagine, you know what I'm saying, how that's going to affect all these other bullying cases that's online. Not food plates, baby. She has to do something. She has to definitely do something. Exactly, Diving. It's definitely have to change the way people approach celebrity news from this point on. Not rent parties. Life, baby. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You're absolutely right. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. As people think, well, I didn't know. Well, you knew it was wrong. You knew it was immoral. But opposed to taking the time to look it up, what you did was move forward. Press the gas. Like, people think that it means something for someone to think that you look weak or soft on here. Shit, you don't know me. My pockets aren't soft in my real life. And no one better approach me in real life. You can say what you want online. That's fine. It's cute. You can go and say all that. That's fine. But like I always say, y'all, what do I always say? A person that can tell me what I always say, I will cash app you somebody. I say a lot of stuff so someone gets the right thing. Someone can tell me what I always say, I will cash app you somebody. Yes, she did. That was said as well. That's how the IRS got involved. She hasn't paid her taxes in years. She hasn't paid her taxes in years. But yeah, you're walking around here acting like, saying you somebody important. So everyone wants to put on this facade. Everyone wants to, act like they big bad Billy. But once that pocket get touched, and hers will be touched in a very deep way, going to be touched in a very deep way. We're gonna see how bad she is then, how much mouth she got then. Is she gonna be the same old Tasha from around the way, from Florida? I'm just saying. You saying that you the same old Tasha from Florida, baby? Okay. Sometimes when you move out of an environment, you need to start changing your mindset as well. But as they always say, as they say, you can take the girl out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the girl. Well, when you keep this lifestyle, you got to pay these people who work for you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have people don't understand how the rich stay rich. You have more, excuse me, you have more money going out than you have coming in. That's how you stay broke and poor. But how the rich stay rich is you have more money coming in than you have going out. Your expenses and your overhead is way less than what you have coming in. And that's from investments, diversifying your portfolio. I told my husband this today when we was at the bank. You have to be able to diversify your portfolio. You just can't be leaning on one aspect of something to generate your money. You got to diversify that. You got to be able to move and shake all across the board. And so it doesn't matter if you're washing dishes or scrubbing toilets, as long as that money, that little pennies that you get is diversified, you'll be okay. I'm just saying. But since no one wrote what I always say, game's over. What I always say is, exactly, they grow their money. You're absolutely right about that, Tam. Exactly. That's the thing, like Marie. What I always say is, you continue to live your life, and I will continue to live mine. So regardless of what you say or what you do, it doesn't change anything. I'm still gonna live my life, and you're gonna still live yours, regardless how fabulous or miserable it may be. And I'm gonna continue to live mine, regardless of how fabulous or miserable it may be. Not only do the rich not brag about it, but it's not most rich people, whatever, you won't tell that they have money until you actually go where they live. You know what I'm saying? Like all the rich people that you would never know. Like not talk about the celebrity rich people, because those people, they have to put up a certain image in order for them to, you know what I'm saying, for you to aspire to be like them. That's how they get all these sponsors, things like that. But like rich people on the everyday life, you would never know. When I worked at this car dealership, whatever, in South Carolina, no, sorry, North Carolina, when I lived in Charlotte, I worked at this car dealership. You would never know these people that walked into this car dealership were millionaires and things of that nature. Because they walk around in overalls, hats, clothes that look like everyday clothes was not. They're not walking around with name brands on their own body. It was personal. I think it was very personal, but I don't know why it was personal. I think it was personal. Exactly. You're absolutely right about that, Marie. But yeah, you don't see rich people who are really rich and mentally rich walking around with Gucci belts and shiny shoes and Gucci on their back and Fendi dresses and things of that nature. Valentino pasted across their body was not. You don't see them doing that. That's what these hood rich people do. These big old Ferragamo belts and these big old Gucci belts and all this with that, all these expensive purses and things of that nature, expensive shoes and names everywhere on their body. No, they don't do that. That's not what they do. Oh, but thing is, even with that, Jason Lee is cool with Cardi B. But although he downs Nicki, he's not lying on Nicki. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't say like you can be cool with somebody, whatever, but you don't have to do their dirty work for them. And let's see if Nicki's gonna get her out of this mess. If that's what it was about. You know, if it really was about her being cool with Nicki, let's see Nicki get her out of this mess. Or is Nicki looking like back like, girl, you better call somebody to help you. Or is Nicki gonna be like, I told you so, leave it alone. Let it go. I let it go. You know, after Cardi threw that shoe at Nicki at the Met dinner and Raw Ali, you know what I'm saying, stood up and caught it up with a bump on her head, Nicki was done with it. Because you really didn't hear too much more about Nicki and Cardi after that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I didn't. I didn't hear a lot about Nicki and Cardi beefing no more after that little Met Gala dinner where Cardi walked away with a knot on her head. I don't like me some Cardi. She bad. Her personality is cool. You know. I'm just saying. Stop doing people's dirty work. There goes people on here as well. You know what I'm saying? Like they I'm sticking up for my friend. You don't like my friend don't like you, so therefore let me jump into it and get involved. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I didn't want much. I'm gonna come here and just let you guys know. This sets a whole new precedent of what's gonna be happening on these YouTube streets and on these social media streets in general. Not just YouTube, social media in general. You know what I'm saying? From the big celebrities to the small quote unquote YouTube celebrities. You know, it's gonna change everything. A lot of people have to change their content. People have to change how they deliver information. Well, it's not how they assimilate information. Sorry, disseminate information. All that. Because no more can you just sit around and say what you want to say and expect people not to, you know what I'm saying, defend themselves. Thank you, Tom, baby. I mean, yeah, you know, I know there's a lot of mess going on these streets. Love you too, Marie. I know there's a lot of mess going on these streets. Well, it's not. I really don't care about it because it doesn't involve me. As long as my name stay out of it, I am cool with it. Although I'm paying attention to everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, it doesn't. You know, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people doing it for attention. A lot of people put people's names and titles and talking mess about people. It's not just because. Don't got time for all that. You know, I'll still do what I do, deliver my information. I need to deliver information? And if I need to say someone's name, I will say someone's name. And if I don't say your name, don't because I'm scared of you. It's because I don't have time for you. I really don't care about you one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? But the message gets the way it needs to be. Well, yeah, you guys, thanks so much for being here. Love you guys, but as you guys always know, it's not important that I love you. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. And be mindful about what you say, people. Be mindful. If this story, this information, this court case between Cardi B and Tasha K haven't um, told us anything, it tells us to be mindful about what we say and how we choose to talk about people that we don't have the facts on. That's what it teaches us. Thank you very much, Life Baby. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. That's what this tells us. You know. Good night, baby. Thank you so much for being here. Although you was in the bushes all this time. I see you, baby. But it's okay. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys actually like the video as well. And I'll see you guys later on this week sometime. And I will talk to you crazy kids later. This is your boy Food Junkie. Bye bye.